guys? It is Sunday, August 24th, 2025 MMAOB Daily Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin. Big Marcel. Across the pond, Marcel, across the world, over there in the famous city of, okay, I can't remember. What's it called again?
Oh, come on, dude.
Fuck.
Maastricht.
Yeah, I almost pronounced it.
Maastricht.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was close. My bad. But anyways,
where are you all from?
Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
The famous city of Toronto.
That small city. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
It's pretty big. Anyways, we're here to talk about UFC Shanghai, and we're going to recap the card. We'll also do a contender series, Marcel. So we'll be here with you guys for the next, I would say, an hour and a half maybe? Because we'll do an hour here, and then we'll do fight announcements, Marcel, for like 15 minutes. Take some questions. If that sounds good to you.
Sure.
So we're looking forward to talking about the fights with you guys. Marcel's going to go on an epic rant tonight from what he told me, right, Marcel?
Yeah, I said that on Saturday or on Friday, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of calm down.
All right, cool. Give me 1 sec. Just getting everything ready in the back end. I got to tweet it out, Marcel. So can you is there any questions right now?
Yeah, for sure. I will talk a little bit. So, guys, let's go to some questions. Don't flute me with questions, please, because I'm not as quick as Adam is. We're starting with Seamus, who says, jail this Raya kid, man. Yeah, we saw earlier today Rampage Jackson's son, Raya, who, landed like 20-plus punches on unconscious man and with wrestling. Yeah, what do you want to say about it, man? You know, I mean, it looked bad. I think the guy's a retard. What else can I say about it, you know? And there are even people who defend him. I see his team defending him on Instagram, which is horrible, you know? I mean, imagine that being your dad or your brother or something who gets like destroyed like that, man. It's just pretty bad, you know. You guys know already when there's an actual professional fight and the fighter lands 2 punches which are unnecessary, are already getting mad about it, you know. Imagine seeing a guy getting 20-plus punches to the face when he's already out. I don't know what you think about it, Adam. Maybe you can also chime in.
Yeah, I saw the video last night. We talked a little bit off air. Like, I had a bunch of friends message me just because, like, I have a lot of friends. I actually have a lot of friends that watch wrestling, Marcel. So they're all messaging me the video. I'm like, I've seen it. I've seen it. Saw it last night. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, obviously, you know what's funny? Actually, I'm just looking at my DVDs. I got Rampages right here. Wait, you can't see it. You can't see this one. There it is.
Yeah, I see it now. Jones Rampage. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. But I actually have a few other ones. This is a good one too. Speaking of the devil, see this
Jackson
one? Yeah. That was the first UFC card I ever saw in person. That was pretty cool. Got a few other ones. Anyways, yeah, it's bad. I mean, obviously, I hope that guy survives. I mean, so because it's wrestling, I just assumed it was fake. I know it sounds horrible, but I just assumed. I'm like, oh, this is just a work. But then it's like, no, this is like legit, and the guy's like, you know, unconscious or whatever. Hopefully, he wakes up, man. That's terrible.
For sure.
Because it's like there's a lot of like video evidence out there of being like deliberate, like predetermined, like he was already thinking about it, premeditated. That's the word I'm thinking. I don't know. And then I saw Rampage go and tweet about it, and it's like, you know, he's like, my son got a concussion. He wasn't in the right state of mind. It's like, dude, you're not a lawyer. You shouldn't even be tweeting. He shouldn't have said anything. Like, these guys shouldn't say anything. I always tell people this: shut the fuck up. Let your lawyer handle it, Marcel. It's the best advice you can get. Trust me. That's what the lawyer's going to tell him. He's going to say, shut the fuck up. Don't go on social media. Just keep your mouth shut. That's what he's going to say.
I mean, Rampage never struck me as a very smart guy, so that wasn't a surprise.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, it's just bad. I hope the guy, you know, does well. I think his son is an MMA fighter too, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like,
yeah, 0-1. I saw.
Oh, he had 0-1? Okay.
Well, apology.
It's bad. All right, let's get some other comments. All right, so you answered that one. You got Joe. We got Joe in the chat. Antoine here. Tristan's here. I'm going to get all the comments here, guys. Lazy Bed, what's up, brother? Or moderator, Lazy Bed. He's the moderator of the weigh-in show as well. Craig, what's up, man? Glad to have you here. Craig, I'm going to the game tomorrow, man. I'm excited. Jays better bounce back after losing to the Marlins today. John, what's up, man? Oh, I appreciate that, dude. Good to see you. Hope you all enjoyed it. I was up at 2:45. Me too, Antoine. That's what I set my alarm for. It was kind of fucked because I tried to go to bed, quote unquote, early. You know, for me, early is like over like 11 o'clock is early. Like that's because I usually go to bed later. You go to bed way later than any of us. Let's be honest, but. Like, for me, 11 is, like, really early because I usually go to bed at, like, 12:01 probably. Wake up at, like, around, depending on the day, 7, 8. So I don't, like, I'll usually try to have a nap at some point during the end of the day or whatever. But, Yeah, man, I tried to sleep. It was just kind of like a short nap. It was basically a short nap. Watched the card and then I slept after. But we'll talk about the card in a second.
Adam was like in the comedy event, God damn it, there's going to be 5 rounds,
dude,
right?
It was such a bad fight too. Well, I was so angry watching. I was messaging dude. I'm like, dude, this fucking fight. What's going on, man? Joe, why'd you get up so early? What do you need an hour to get prepared for, Joe? Joe had like a shower and had his coffee and breakfast at 2 a.m. But I didn't drink a single coffee. I didn't have a single Monster. I don't really need it. I don't mind a coffee, but like I didn't need it. So
I'd be like, I am the monster. Look at me, I am the monster.
I think I did tweet it. Didn't I tweet it? I think I did, right? Didn't you get it?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't retweet it.
That's why, you fucking guy, man.
Oh,
yeah, Zach retweeted us. Ladies, but if you want, you can too. We appreciate that. But Marcel, the co-host, sitting there getting angry about the co-main event.
I put the link in the Discord. So,
by the way, I blame you for the 5 rounds because no one knew it was 5 rounds until you fucking tweeted about it, you dick. You're the first guy.
Apparently, the fighters knew all the time because apparently Aljo wasn't happy with it, But it's so weird because when the UFC, remember when the UFC announced the fight that Dana said Aljamain Sterling against Brian Ortega, but he never said 5 rounds. And then out of nowhere, it was on the broadcast, and then the week after it wasn't on the broadcast anymore, so nobody knew anymore.
I feel like such a sucker. I was actually excited for that fight, and it was so bad. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. The Raja thing. I mean, again, Antoine, you already sent me a DM about this. Like, again, I'm not a lawyer, so I really don't know. But, like, okay, here's the thing. Rampage got a lot of money, so he's going to get a good lawyer for his son, 100%. This is bad, though, because there's so much video evidence. That's the thing. It's literally on camera. Like, if you're going to commit a crime, don't do it on camera. You know what I mean? Is Ian versus Leon MSG real? I heard something else. So
yeah, we heard something else.
Yeah. Knox, what's up, man? Slept through my alarm, watched the clock, watched the card at 9 a.m. Yeah, I mean, that's the other option. I could have slept in and just watched it. It's just tough. I actually like, the thing is, the prelims were amazing in the middle of the night. The main card, a lot of people woke up just for the main card. Main card was shit. So
Adam enjoys to talk in the Discord during the fights.
I'm like talking to myself in there, man. I'm talking to myself, dude. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Fight Talk? Yeah, I mean, again, like I don't know. Listen, Canada and U.S. legal system's different, but it's not good. So, yeah, it's just not good. But anyways, Fight Talk, what's up, man? What's up, 4 ounce? That's Zach. 4 ounce, I love it. Is that my buddy? Oh, your buddy? Okay, I don't know who Stephen Collins? Okay, LFA. I don't think I saw the fight. I don't think I ever saw it. My bad. But yeah, just seeing what's up to everyone. Walker, yeah, we'll talk about Walker in a few minutes. All right, I'm just looking at all the comments. The guy, I think he's like, isn't he like in the ICU right now? Like it's bad,
that's
right?
what I've read as well. But you read so many reports that you don't know what's real and what's not, right? So
I hope the guy's. I mean, I hope he survives.
Yeah, of course.
It was really bad though, for sure. Weekend is it's crazy, Antoine. So the Weekend actually grew up in Scarborough, which is where I'm from. It's the eastern part of Toronto. And he posted a picture a few years ago of like him at the library, which was literally like right beside where I used to live, where I grew up at. So he posted a picture. I'm like, fuck, I should have been there. I didn't know him but he went to Birchmount, which I grew up like on Birchmount, but there was 2 schools. I went to the other one. I went to the one, the computer. There was a computer school and an athletic school. I was the one who went to the computer school, the nerd. That's why I'm still here. But a lot of people went to the athletic school, including the Weekend. And then I think, he obviously became pretty famous after that. So, yeah, I mean, Blinding Lights and a few other songs. He's a good artist. I don't listen to him a lot, but he's quite good. It just depends. I mean, right now he's 4 ounces because he's not Zach here. But if he joined the podcast and talked with us, he'd be Zach. We got to get him on again at some point. We got to get Zach. Lazy Bed, we should get you on, even though I think you want to keep yourself anonymous. So, also, I mean, we should quickly mention it. We're talking Stefan Struve, Marcel's coworker. We're going to get him on at some point, right, Marcel? Stefan?
Yeah, we asked him to come on, but he has a show in Serbia where he is like the Bruce Buffer of the organization. So
is he? Oh, okay. I thought he was commentary. Okay.
Yeah, I think sometimes he does commentary, but he's also like the Bruce Buffer, like the announcer of the Serbian Fighting Championship. So, he said he will come on sometime. So
good. By the way, I looked at Stefan. I was just reading up on his career again, dude. He won like $500,000 of bonuses. Like he did pretty well in the UFC overall. He had a lot of bonuses, man. So we're gonna get him on probably like next month at some point. We'll let you guys know. Sorry?
Stefan's everywhere, dude, in the Netherlands. He also does commentary for PFL. He does commentary for LFL. He's everywhere, man.
Didn't they just sign a guy from LFL? They signed a guy?
Yeah, Louis Sutherland, man.
That's the guy. Yeah, I saw that. He's fighting Justin Toffa.
Yeah.
The heavyweight bout between Louis Sutherland and Justin Toffa Dana. We have a levels fighting. What's it called? Levels fighting champion coming to UFC to take on the Toffa brothers.
You saw McMado's face right by the Pavlovich Waldo stared on. It's like
he's like licking his lips, dude. He was. The fight was. I know you hated the fight. I thought it was okay. Anyways, I want to get our good friend Dan Levy. Appreciate that,
what's up, Dan?
Yeah, smash the like button. There you go. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that, man. Dan's been killing it too. He's doing a lot of content like Dana White. I know you've been doing that, Dan. I saw that you posting those videos, so give him a follow. Obviously, watch his stuff.
Yeah, Dan. I mean, I retweeted your first Dana White Contender Series breakdown. I think if you want another retweet next time, let me know when those are up, man. Sometimes I don't see it, but I really like the content. So
there you go. Remove limit break. What's up, man? Look at this. I'll wear pantyhose on my face ever come on. Pixelated 1980. Yeah. You had to like change your voice too, like use some voice box. That's what I want to ask him, Tristan. I bet on him. I was gonna tell Stefan, like, dude, you made me a few bucks that night. It wasn't much. I didn't have money back then, to be honest. I think I won like $100 off it, but still pretty good.
I remember back in the day when I was still into lots of card collecting with like tops. And there was like a Stipe Miocic. A guy had like his first issue autograph, 101, the diamond one, and the first card, so his rookie card. Yeah. I think that sold for like $1,200, $1,300 back then, and the guy bought that before the Struve fight, you know. So, and after the Struve fight, this guy is like, because I saw it on the forum, he's like, yeah, I don't think I can pay that much because he just lost. It's like, dude, that's just the thing that you shouldn't have bought it, you motherfucker, you know?
Fair enough. And we appreciate that, Dan. Dan's telling everyone, once again, smash the like button, which we appreciate. But yeah, no, we'll definitely ask him about that and a few other things. But we'll get him on next. We'll let you guys know, and we'll try to get some questions like from you guys when he comes on. You know, but you got to keep it respectful, guys. I mean, wouldn't anyone who says anything negative to Stefan, we're booting you immediately. So
the only guy who can like
joke with him is me and you. Me and you.
Myself. Yeah.
Okay, just you, not even me.
Yeah, you too.
I'll try. I mean, I don't know Stefan, but like I obviously like him. I mean,
he's a cool dude, man. He's like, I was talking with him about matchmaking, and he's like, yeah, if you're annoying to the UFC, sometimes they can give you hard matchups. I was like, that's why they gave you Jared Rochelle.
Oh yeah. That's probably one of his easy matchups. The guy fought like every killer in the book. I mean, listen, like I'm not gonna lie, I bet against him a lot at the end of the career, Marcel. He was getting knocked out here and there, but the matchmaking, like if you look at who he fought, it was just like. It was mostly like top 15 guys, right? To be honest with you guys, he'd probably still be like at the bottom in the top 15 right now, you know. But he had some was it injuries? You said what was it again?
Heart condition.
Yeah, he had like a health issue. So Malcolm, we have Malcolm Wellmaker's manager in the chat. That's right. Yeah, the skyscraper who had like 25 fights or something. It was 20. I think it was like 25 fights, right? It was a lot.
He has the most fights from any Dutch fighter in the UFC.
More. Did he ever fight over him? I can't remember.
Yeah, he did. He lost. On the I think the cards where no, it's on the card where Miocic fought Dos Santos the first time.
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
and also Pedalia against Joanna the first time.
Yeah, no, I remember. All right. Yeah, I know. I mean, dude, like these guys. The thing is, like Raja's a trained MMA fighter. These guys are wrestling. I mean, listen, I'm not saying they're weak. But you saw at the end, they were all trying to get the guy, and he was like quote unquote, Marcel, I mean, knock on wood, he was on a rampage. You know, all these guys are grabbing him, he's still freaking out. So, anyways, I think we've talked enough about that. Let's get into UFC Shanghai. Card happened middle of the night, 3 a.m. I got up, I watched it, Marcel. Glad I did, but the rest of the day was kind of a write-off. I'm not going to lie. Like, after the card, I slept for a bit. I watched, would you fart? What was that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I was laughing because after when the last fight was going on, I texted Ab, I was like, should we do the podcast right after? And he's
like, man, I was like fuck you, man. I slept for a bit and then I watched the Jays game. I actually slept after that too. It was just bad. I'm back to normal today. Had a baseball game today. I'm happy, but yesterday was a bit of a write-off. So I can handle this once a year, but no more than that, please. By the way, Stefan is one of the only people that makes Marcel look like little Marcel.
I mean, Adam saw the picture with me and Stefan, so he knows that Stefan is like this much bigger than me. Like,
and his brother's huge too. His brother's taller than him, you said, or
no, brother's not taller, but he's also over like 6.
He's a heavyweight. He was a fighter too, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? Nick. Nick Struve.
Yeah.
Google or Tapology him, guys, because I looked him up after. I didn't know until the other day. Anyways, yeah, let's get into the card. UFC Shanghai. Go to the top, work our way down. I mean, overall, like, I think a pretty good night. For picks. 9-3 for me. He went 7-5. I finally caught up to Marcel in the staff pool and at oddsbreaker. Marcel, finally. You had a lead on me for the last couple months, man. I finally caught up on you. Actually, I've overtaken you now, baby. So let's go. And to answer your question, Tristan, yeah, I think they'll probably make a few stops in Asia. They should. They should go back a little bit more. Let's go through the card, though. Main event, we got wrong here. Johnny Walker. See, I don't want to say this was a fraud check like everyone's saying this now, but it was definitely like, I like the term vet check a little better, Marcel. I've heard this term now, a vet check. Just because the truth is, like, so the first round, I mean, Johnny went for that horrible takedown attempt. Zhang lands in, was it full mount? And he couldn't finish him. And then it's like, the round goes and he looked tired. You started to get a little bit worried. But the crazy thing is at the end of the first round, Johnny was still plus 500. So I'm like, okay, oddsmakers aren't giving him a chance. But then Zhang really did gas out and Johnny finishes him. Good for Johnny. I think the truth is, Marcel, like, listen, it was going to be hard to pick Johnny Walker in the spot. It really was, because he had won. Zhang had won 13 or 14 straight fights by first round finish. It was really hard to go against that. But when you do kind of look at it, Johnny's record, it's like he only lost really, really good guys. And the truth is, he's still 4-2 in his last 6 fights that have ended with besides the no contest, he's 4-2. So I mean, he's losing to the top guys. So I think maybe us and a lot of people just kind of assumed he would lose. And like the truth is, UFC wanted him to lose.
Yeah,
they didn't bring him in to beat the Chinese prospect.
No.
They wanted him to get knocked out, and he didn't. He ended up knocking out Zhang. That kick he landed in the second round really hurt Zhang, and then after that, it was just game over. But yeah, Zhang was gassed out. I mean, listen, I've met Johnny. I sent Marcel the picture. I shouldn't have picked against my boy. Why did I pick against him? No, but in all honesty, I didn't really see anyone picking Johnny Walker. From a pure like value point of view, maybe the price was too much on Zhang, but it was hard to pick Walker in the spot. But good for him, man. Marcel, any thoughts?
Yeah, it was definitely a win he needed. It was kind of unexpected. The thing is, like, personally, that I'm not really that high on Zhang, but I'm also not high on Walker anymore or anything. I always thought he was decent, but I never thought that he was. Well, a lot of people would think he was next level, and then he got like TKO'd by Corey Anderson. I mean. Yeah, he's a fun fighter, but the thing is, like, against every like super talented fighter he fights, he loses against pretty much, or a very like all-round fighter. You saw that before, and you saw he got starts against Ozdemir. He lost against Ankalaev, and those are good fighters. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we saw Zhang. I mean, if you look at if you look at it like more like with the context, I mean, Zhang beat Branson Ribeiro, who has shown that he doesn't have a good chin, and he beat like an aging Anthony Smith,
and he beat our third co-host. Well, Alex Bahunin.
Yeah, Ozzy Diaz, but
you mean Alex Bahunin? Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry,
get it right. Get it right. Come
Alex Bahunin, yeah.
Alex is on vacation, by the way. I don't think he's listening to us right now, but he's on vacation.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. But it's just, those are not like amazing wins. At the same time, he looked good in those fights. So I understand that he was a big favorite, and I never thought like picking Walker. But during the card, I was like, man, what if Walker survives round one? What's going to happen?
It's crazy. I felt the same way watching the card. Yeah. I felt the same way as you. I'm like, I think I messaged you, and I was talking in the chat. I'm like, guys, what if Walker wins this fight? It was. I had a weird feeling about it. I don't know. It was weird. I had the same feeling, but like again, we didn't pick him, so I can't take credit. But I had the same feeling during the card. So,
and listen, and after the fight, I never thought like I should have changed my pick, because I never thought that Walker was going to win here, and not because Walker is that bad or Zhang is that amazing. I just didn't see it, So
he calls out Jan Blachowicz the oldest fighter in the division, but honestly, I think Jan beats him. So
what's funny? Yeah, I don't think Jan is booked. And then he calls out Jan Blachowicz, and then his brother tells him he's booked. And he's like, oh, he's booked.
What's funny? I went to Tapology. I'm like, wait, he's not booked yet?
No.
So maybe Walker's like, don't call that guy out. Don't fight him. You're going to lose.
Unless Bogdan Guskov is booked against Blachowicz now, and nobody knows. And Walter knows, you know what I mean?
It's possible, right? Maybe his training partner's booked against him. That'd be funny. You should actually check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was, this guy bet on Walker. Good job, man. Really good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Between the rounds, it was like minus 700 for Zhang, and I was like, well, I don't know about this because the truth is, Zhang had lost before, right? He'd lost in China, and he lost to some bums, So he had been on a nice roll, and he looked great in the UFC. But you're right. Looking back, the win streak wasn't as good as we thought. Let's be honest, it really wasn't. And the Anthony Smith win was a good win on paper, but that was an Anthony Smith that was like when he had his retirement night, I think, where they did that whole TV package that went on for like 10 minutes, and everyone's like, "What's going on here?" Like, it was. He had a longer TV package, I think, like George St. Pierre, Anderson, so any of these guys, like, it was crazy. But anyways, good for Johnny though. Gets the win here. Like I said, I think that fight with you, I don't mind that fight if they do it, but he wouldn't fight Bogdan, right? Because that's his friend. I don't think they would.
No.
I think they booked to fight, and then the fight, yeah. Any of the guys in the top, bottom end of the top 10, 15 are fine. Oh yeah, did he lose to that guy? What's that guy's name? That guy fought Menifeld.
Oscar Motorov.
Yeah, that bum. Yeah, that fraud. That guy's an actual fraud, right? Him? Yeah. Sure Dog did a whole story on the guy. For Zhang, it's a bad loss, and I think they'll try to rebuild him. They'll give him some guy that sucks. I don't know who it's going to be, but they're going to give him someone that kind of sucks, I think. Someone that's probably not ranked. Would you assume that, like an unranked guy?
Maybe they give him the winner of Junior Tafa against Ibo Aslan.
Is that the co-main event, by the way, for that card?
No, I don't think so. I think there will come.
Okay, UFC Stats has it. It's either that or it's Jamie Crute versus Ivan Urslan, which is not much better. No. But the thing about that card is Dana said there's 16 fights. Right now, I saw 14. So maybe there's other fights. 16 fights. Is that right?
Yeah, Jake Matthews is also on the card. Jake Matthews.
Jesus Christ. Why is there so many fights on this card? It's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe they overbooked. And then they put that Contender Series fight on there as well.
I don't mind, though. I know you get pissed when there's more than 10. That's what you like,
and
right?
definitely when it's a heavyweight fight. Like, fuck off.
Sutherland? Your guy?
No, you
like him.
Not that one.
Pericic or whatever? That guy?
Yeah, I guess Alicia Allison. Yeah.
That fight. Why is that in the UFC? That should be Contender Series.
Maybe one guy doesn't get his visa, so they couldn't fight on Tuesday. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I have no idea.
No, maybe you're right. Maybe he can't leave Australia. It's Australian, right?
It's Australia. Yeah.
Sign Collectibles is here. I'm facing you, Sign Collectibles, in the next part of the pool, Marcel. I think you're out, right, in the pool?
I'm out.
No, not the confidence pool. There's the shootout tournament, like the.
I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, I'm playing in Sign Collectibles next. The thing is, man, you're gonna know my picks because you listen to my podcasts every week, so you'll know my picks. I don't know your picks, so you have an advantage. The crazy thing is, even though these guys know my picks, I'm still beating all their asses. So let's fucking go. Actually, Zach had me. Zach almost beat me. I needed Charles Johnson to have that comeback win, or else I would have lost. It's crazy because he made an amazing pick with Kyle Dawkins. What's up, Blake? Yeah, that guy. They all get a free ticket. It's true. All right, let's go back to the card. Co-main event. And if you want, you can go on your rant here. Let me just tee it up for you. Aljamain Sterling defeats Brian Ortega decision 50-45. I mean, this was, to me, one of the easiest picks, not even the card, probably of the year. Sterling's better than Ortega everywhere in MMA, everywhere. So Ortega really had, like, a puncher's chance, a submission chance, like a 1% chance to win. It's crazy after the whole weigh-in thing that the odds came back up because they went down for a bit. They came back, was minus 260. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it ended up ballooning to minus 550, I think, by close. Sterling dominated the fight. He calls for a title shot. He's not getting it. It was a fucking boring fight. That's the thing. Like, so the thing is, it's like, let me ask you this before you go on your rant.
Sure.
A lot of people complain about grappling heavy fights where they're boring, right? Like the Hamza fight. Listen, it wasn't the greatest fight. I didn't think it was the most boring fight, but it wasn't good. I think this fight was more boring. It was mostly striking. It was just a boring fight. I think this fight sucked, but I don't really blame Sterling, And I know you blame the UFC, right? So you can go on your little rant here now if you want.
I mean, you knew or you heard what happened in the back before the weigh-in. I have heard it. I don't know if I can share the information because we got told it in private, so I don't know if we can tell. But we both know he was in the ambulance. I'm not going to go any further into it. That fight shouldn't have taken place. And also people were talking shit to Alex Bahunin online.
Yeah,
that fight was off at a certain moment. Brandon Fitzgerald, I like the guy a lot, but he can say the fight was never off. That fight was officially off at a certain moment. But they dragged him on the scale again. It was 153, and they made that fight. I mean, I don't think there's an athletic commission in Shanghai, so they can do pretty much whatever the fuck they want. It's just a bad look for Ortega's team. in my opinion, is a bad look for the UFC. They should have just paid Aljamain Sterling his show and win, and they should move Ortega to 155. That was the perfect thing. And to be really honest, without this fight, this card would have probably been better because this fight wasn't great, you know. And both guys have the same manager as well, Tiki. So that's also pretty odd.
He got his 20%, right? Tiki?
Yeah.
The fight was terrible. I mean, it really was. Ortega just... I don't even understand why he went back to 45. Like, why UFC's like, what, you have to go back to 40? It doesn't make sense. Like, the whole thing with Lopez, the fight got canceled. And I'll ask, the whole thing with the catch weight at 153 was also weird to me. Yeah. And then Fitzgerald was like, and this isn't Brendan's fault, but he was just relaying the information. He was like, Sterling wanted this to catch weight because he wants this to still count towards his featherweight record. It's like, no, it's not a featherweight fight. So it doesn't matter, really. They should have just did it at lightweight. I don't understand the point of cutting 2 extra pounds anyways. It was super fucking weird to me. So... Yeah, it was strange, man.
Ortega looked more closer to heaven than he looked to earth, man, when he was like staring down.
It was an awful fight. By the way, is Ortega's manager weird? I mean, Tiki used to fight in the UFC. Also, he used to date Ariane Celeste.
Yeah.
So Tiki's been around. I mean, I don't think he's weird. I think he's a guy that's been around the sport forever. Like, I don't know who else. Does he manage Robbie? He used to manage Robbie Lawler, right? Didn't he? Or did he fight Robbie Lawler?
Not anymore. He fought him. I don't know who else he met.
Mackenzie Dern, I think, right?
Dern,
yeah. He manages a few fighters, guys. It's not like he doesn't have. He wants his money too, but yeah, they should have just probably canceled the fight. After the weigh-in thing. For Sterling, I know people are saying let's do Evloev, but isn't that the last guy Evloev beat? Wasn't it Sterling?
Mm-hmm.
So why would he fight him again? I mean, I know the fight it makes no sense.
No,
I think he'll probably fight Yair Rodriguez if I had to guess. Yair's coming off, what was it, the win over Pitbull. Or he could fight Arnold Allen. I don't know where Arnold's been. He's been...
Yeah, you will be surprised. He's like, I'm not getting a title shot.
These guys want a title shot. It's going to be Lerone, probably, guys. And then Evloev should be probably getting it. But it's going to be probably Lerone, if I had to guess. Anyways, it was an awful fight. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And for Ortega, though, I got to be honest, man. I don't have a ton of interest in watching the guy fight right now. Like, it's not good. It's not good performances.
I don't know why he doesn't just go to 155. He's like getting 145 fights offered. The UFC should stop offering 145 fights.
And the thing with Brian, the other thing I want to say, he's too tough for his own good, But I didn't want to mention this. We shouldn't gloss it over. Second round, there's a huge punch landed by Aljo, and then there was like a break. Herb Dean's like, it was like, it wasn't. It was a fist. It wasn't, or it's a knuckle. It wasn't a finger. And then he stopped the fight. So he gave the guy time to recover. That should have been a TKO, and it would have saved us the rest of that fight from happening. So, it was just a terrible fight. But I just find it funny that so many people are like so offended when you like criticize a grappling type of fight. They're like, you don't understand the ground game. You don't understand jiu-jitsu. But if it's a shitty kickboxing fight like this, people have no problem ripping them apart too, which is funny to me. Like, it's people got so offended at me, guys, 2 weeks ago when I said that Riley De Silva fight was shit. It was. It was terrible. No one did anything. If you're not going for a finish, it's not fun to watch. Sorry, but it's not. Yeah, this fight was awful.
You're such a dick, so I understand.
I know. But you know what I'm saying, though, Marcel? It's like people get so offended when you criticize the ground game. It's stupid.
People get all the time offended, man. People even get offended when you pick somebody who are like, who they don't like. And they're like, are you crazy? How can you pick this guy?
I know. By the way, this is funny. Arnold Allen here. I broke my hand typing this message. He's always hurt, it seems like. Tiki, he might have Dillashaw, actually. I can't remember now, but he might. He has a few guys, a few champs or former champs. Yeah, and not only that, but like I think once the whole weigh-in thing happened, they could have just been like, okay, we're going to do 3 rounds instead of catch weight. You know what I mean? They could have did that.
3 rounds would have been enough. Yeah.
But they were saying Ortega's the one who's like, Ortega wanted the fight at 5 rounds. It wasn't Aljo, it was Ortega.
Yeah, so?
I guess I can see why now after watching the fight, because truthfully, the only chance he had was like late in the 5th round when Sterling got tired. That was the only chance. And the funny thing is Sterling still won the round. He took him down at the end and beat him up. So, yeah, it was bad. Go watch boxing. That's what everyone says, right? If you don't like the ground game, go watch boxing or whatever. When it comes to Brian, I think people should take it easy on him. Makes weight. He doesn't always make weight, though, Antoine. I mean, like, the last 2 fights, he had issues.
He just needs to go to 155. He's struggling, man.
I agree. I mean, listen, he's a warrior. That's why I agree with like what you're saying in general. And it's like this guy's put a lot out there to the company and to the fans. But like, dude, it's not good right now. It's not. I don't think his team has the best interest of the guy right now. Do you agree?
The last time he looked really good was against the Korean Zombie.
Korean Zombie was like 5 years ago, wasn't it? It was during COVID.
Yeah, and he won against Yair, but he also got dropped in that fight. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, let's go to the next fight here. You hated this fight. Sergey Pavlovich defeats Waldo Cortez Acosta decision. It was an okay fight. I think really, if Waldo didn't have an iron chin, this fight would have ended probably in the first round because Sergey landed some bombs. It was a pretty easy fight for Sergey. Waldo was trying his best. Marcel, he's got 10 kids, man. 10 kids. Can you fucking believe that, dude? What do you think about that? 10 children.
Yeah, I think he didn't. We have like a certain saying here in the Netherlands, which means like he didn't. How do you say that? He didn't make his dick elder by pissing, but by other stuff, But I cannot say the sentence because you guys don't understand. But you know what I mean, So I had a small discussion with Marloes Koenen about this fight because she was like, "What an amazing fight!" I was like, "This fight fucking sucked."
It was okay. It was okay.
And she was like, it was amazing." It's like, no, it sucked, And then Stefan came in and he's like, "Come on, Marcel, you just missed me at the heavyweight division." I was like, it was at least better back then for my feelings, but I was like, no, I'm not going to say that because you're going to get cocky if I say that. So he was laughing.
Mick is signing a bunch of heavyweights right now. They're really trying to build a division back up. Like they're desperate. They're desperate for heavyweights.
The problem is you don't build a division with quantity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I mean, sometimes there are less good certain fighters from a certain weight class. It is what it is, but don't sign every fucking guy who is like 4 or 5-0 in a regional scene who only fought guys who are 0-10, 0-2, 0-1, and 0-3. It's like, what the fuck, man? I mean, even if I make 265, which is not going to happen, I could fight in the UFC if I fight a bunch of bumps.
I know. It was awful. But there was what was the other was there another heavyweight fight on this card? I can't remember. No. Maybe it wasn't that. It was another card. I can't remember. Oh, it was on PFL. That's what I was thinking. During the Popov and Romanov fight. Horrible fight. Horrible. I was watching that. I was like, man, if I could train, maybe I can make the PFL.
I think everybody thinks that we can make heavyweight. I think even the 205 was the UFC. Are like, maybe I can eat something and go to 265.
That fight was fucking terrible. Actually, what was the worst fight? Sterling, Ortega, or Popov and Romanov? What was worse? Probably Popov and Romanov. They both were terrible, though.
I mean, I think Mick Maynard was like, "Oh my god, heavyweights."
Anyways, good win for Sergey, though. What was the guy? Someone's asking about. Goncharov, his teammate, that other guy.
Yeah.
What? He's an ACA, or where is he?
Yeah, I think so, man. I mean,
you think they sign him a contender or something? Maybe they bring him in.
Who knows? Who cares? I don't know.
Mick probably fucking got a boner when he heard there was another heavyweight that wanted to sign with the UFC. No, but you know what? It was an okay fight. I don't think it was as bad as you said, personally. It was an okay fight. It wasn't as good as Marlou said. It wasn't as bad as you said. It was somewhere in the middle. Is that fair to say? Can we say that?
I mean, I give this one to you for this time.
It was okay. For Pavlovich, I mean, what's next for him? He's in a weird spot because it's like he's lost to the top guys, but he's still pretty good, right? Someone's asking about him and Gon. I mean,
Gon is fighting Aspinall, so I mean,
maybe the loser of the fight. He could fight the loser. I wouldn't completely write Gon out of that title fight, guys. You know what I mean? The odds are kind of close. Like it's minus 400 for Tom. It's not like it's minus 5,000. It's somewhat competitive.
The problem with Gon is like he looked like shit against Volkov and he got the win,
Yeah.
And then at the same time, then against Jones, he looked like shit as well, But before that, he did pretty decent, I remember. I mean, if he doesn't shoot that stupid takedown on Ngannou in the fifth round, he
wins that fight too.
Yeah.
Be nice if they brought Ngannou back. It looks like he hates the PFL or something. I don't know what's going on there.
But Dana hates him as well. So
that's the thing. It's funny because Dana hates him, and now Don Davis doesn't seem to like him either. So it's like all these promoters in MMA don't like the guy. I don't know what's going on with him. Anyways, for Waldo, I mean, I wouldn't mind if he fought Derek Lewis. He called him out after the last fight. I don't mind that fight personally. Derek's got power. Waldo's got a good chin. By the way, Tristan was asking how many baby mamas he has. I have no clue. I think he's married, and I think most of the kids are with the wife, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think
with that fight,
it's a good fight.
But it's not the main event.
It probably would be a 5-round main event.
Yeah,
the Apex probably.
No, don't need to see that.
Yeah, I know. But I was gonna say, him and Alex Oliveira has 11 kids, right? Cowboy.
I don't know. I don't keep track of them.
Someone in the Discord posted this, so they were like, the guys are going head to head for the most children of the UFC fighters. There's another guy, Nico Price, has a bunch. I think he has 6 or 7, right?
Yeah, these guys never pull out. So I mean,
it's crazy, dude. I have 1 kid, guys, and like I couldn't imagine having more than like 2 kids. Like it's crazy. 10 kids. Good for him. God bless the guy. God bless him, man.
Adam also never pulls out, but he has just like not so good sperm. So I mean, I'm just kidding.
I know. It's so true. You guys are fucking hilarious. All right, let's go to the next fight here. Actually, this fight might have been even worse. This fight was shit. Suma Darji versus Kevin Boris.
Oh, yeah.
What was this guy doing? Dude, Marcel, listen, this is probably the last, I would guess, the last fight in his contract, right? Because he had 4 fights since Contender. So. 16 strikes landed. What was the guy doing, dude? This fight was horrible.
He is 1-3 in the UFC, and the only fight he won was the fight the UFC didn't want him to win. You know, so he won the fight the UFC absolutely didn't want him to win. I hope for him he gets another fight, but I don't think so, to be really honest, you know. And he didn't even look bad in most of those fights, but this time he looked like really bad. I don't want to say like shit, but he looked really bad.
No, he looked bad, dude. He landed 16 strikes. It was terrible. He
barely did anything, but also his corner was clear to him. Like, dude, you have got to do something, you know.
I actually think he did better against Josh Van than Suma Darji. He did better in the Josh Van fight last year.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of felt like he was on a trip there, and they called him like, "Hey, dude, can you fight tomorrow?" Yeah, sure, I'm coming. You know,
I was so bored watching this fight. I was so tired too. I'm like, God, this fight sucks. The last part of the main card was up to the main event was so bad. Marcel was so bad.
Yeah.
By the way, good for Sue. He gets the win, but like, I don't think he's that good. He's like borderline top 15. You know, he gets beaten by a lot of guys. And I'm not. I agree with Blake. It's a flyweight fight. There was like no punches thrown. It was crazy. Boris was like he was planning for his dinner. That's what Marcel was doing too.
Yeah, the black cock didn't show up.
You're crazy. Yeah, it was a terrible fight. I know Sue schooled him, by the way, Seamus. I'm looking at your comment. Yeah, he definitely won, but like the guy just didn't throw any punches. It was terrible. So awful fight. Let's go to the next fight. Yeah, next fight here. Holy shit. Tylek Norajay defeats Kiefer Crosby, TKO elbows. I mean, this fight was fucked, man. This fight was absolutely fucked. So the guys, like, we knew he'd win, right? He was beating the fucking shit out of Kiefer Crosby, and then he lands absolutely one of the most brutal illegal knees you'll probably ever see. Crosby immediately goes down. His face starts bleeding everywhere. And then Herb, I think it was Herb. Was it Herb?
Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard. Sorry. Herb Dean was main event. My apologies. I got to get the referee right. Mark Goddard calls the doctor in. They're looking at him. Doctor's like, yeah, he's good. He's good to go. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? How is he good to go? And Goddard's like, okay. He's like, are you ready to fight? He's like, yeah, I guess. He's like, you want to fight? Yeah. All right, time in. So there's some confusion about this whole 5 minutes thing. Our friend Zach in the chat, I've talked to him the other day. He said for an illegal strike, it's not. I talked to Aaron Bronstetter, who I also respect a lot. Aaron said yes. He posted some information about it and how they come to the decision about, giving a 2-point deduction, which didn't matter in this fight because it was never going the distance. The 2 points didn't fucking matter anyways. This was a weird fight. I feel so bad for this guy because he was going to lose, but like he had a way out. And I know what you're saying because I talked to Marcel. I'm like, you should have taken the DQ because I think he would have been DQ'd because it was a legal strike and he took points. So it would have been a DQ. But you were like, he would have been cut by the UFC because he took the DQ.
Adam, to be honest, I more said like Goddard should have DQ'd the Chinese guy.
Why is it up to the fighter?
Yeah, now it makes no sense because the guy is already like compromised because he got kneed in the face, And Goddard is like, "Can you fight? Can you fight? Yeah, good man." And he's continue. It's like, dude, listen, I have nothing against Goddard, but it seemed like super rushed, And you can give 2 points deduction, but that doesn't make the blow less intense. Those 2 points. So when he continues, he still has like how do you say that? Maybe he's concussed or whatever, So when that fight continued, I knew Raji was going to finish.
Oh, I mean, there was no question about it.
Yeah,
you could just hope that they give Kiefer one more fight. You hope.
Yeah.
But like, dude, ruthless Mick and Sean are.
And he's 0-3. I hope he gets his final fight on his contract.
He's a welterweight, right?
Yeah.
So Sean's going to cut him then. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably. But it's like the thing is what I said to Adam basically was like he got the illegal strike and he could have taken the DQ. But I think if he takes the DQ and he acts like I cannot continue, UFC's maybe more like, oh, you're bitching out. By the way, it's not even his fault. You're bitching out. Now we're cutting you definitely, But at the same time, there is no win for Crosby in this one, There is no win at all.
I agree. But the fucked up thing is, like, if he had just taken the DQ, if he said I can't continue, it would have been a DQ.
Yeah.
And he would have got his win bonus. Now it's like he might not get the win bonus because he might get cut, or so he might not get his next show money. So he actually would have probably made out better if he took it. But I agree with what you're saying. I just think this was a really bad illegal knee.
I
it wasn't like
could have DQ'd him. That's what I think.
Like we've seen Cody Brundage, Marcel's guy. They give him fights every card. It seems like he's short notice fight for Cody. So I don't know, man. It was weird. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. No, we'll take the like. So the first round would have. It's a weird one. So it would have been either 10-9 or 10-8 for Naroji. Just say it made it to the end. Probably would have been a 10-8, but then
it would have been 8-8.
It would have been 2 points. It would have been an 8-8 round, I think. So that's what I would think.
Daniel, you say they won't cut him if it took DQ. Look at they like Cody Brundage,
Yeah.
Cody Brundage takes short notice fights. He's helping them out. Kiefer Crosby is like pretty much nothing against Kiefer, but he's a nobody to them,
Well, Bellato got another fight too. Rodolfo Bellato, he got another fight.
Yeah, but what is his record? What's his record in the UFC? A draw, no contest, and a win.
Maybe 1-1, I think.
1-1-1. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I get what you're saying. Really, there was no winning, but I think that they need to change this rule. It shouldn't be up to the fighter who's clearly concussed to determine if they're going to fight.
Yeah.
The doctor was terrible. The doctor was fucking terrible. He goes, "Yeah, he's good." It's like, dude, his face was fucked. Like, he got kneed in the head. Like, it didn't look like he did any test with the light or anything. Nothing. He just
he's good. That other guy, my friend, he's good.
He's good. Yeah, I know, right? This boy. He probably bet on him too. I don't know, it was bad. It was really sketchy. The corner was it. He's with HBG. Were they there?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So was it Kavanaugh? Was John Kavanaugh there? I can't remember.
I don't know. Was he there for Walker?
I don't know. Walker's not there anymore? Walker's with Extreme now, which is interesting.
But Walker was training with Kiefer Crosby, so I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. Anyways, they usually do put teammates on the same card because it's cheaper for the UFC to fly only one. It's true, one corner instead of. You don't blame him. It's a business.
It's like fuckers don't get enough money, but the UFC.
Lacey Ben's right though. I mean, you could have thrown the towel in. It's a weird situation, but again, I just think there needs to be better mechanisms in place, guys. So there has to be better. Instead of asking a guy who's got the shit kicked out of him, can you continue? Because again, you're right. If he says no, he looks like a bitch, right, to a lot of people, including maybe to the UFC. So, okay, he's with Nick Stick too. Okay, so he went there too with him. Fair enough. Who does John Kavanaugh have now? He has Connor. Is Connor even there? I saw a video of Connor beating up some kids. I don't know if you saw that. He's fighting some teenagers.
I saw him kissing with a grandmother. That's the only thing I saw, but
I don't know. Crosby versus Blood Diamond. Who wins?
Bro, Blood Diamond.
Blood Diamond cut? Was he cut?
Yeah, Blood Diamond is another guy who was hyping up like, if he comes to the UFC, guys are in for a treat.
Kevin hasn't coached years. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I guess I missed those comments. Fair enough. But yeah, he had Gunnar Nelson, Connor, Johnny Walker. Who else? Sinead. What's her name? What's that girl's name? Sinead. You don't know what I'm talking about from Tough?
Kavanaugh. Or do you mean Aisling Daly?
Aisling Daly. That's what I meant. Fucking Sinead. No, that's
Corey
not what.
McKenna, man.
Corey McKenna.
Leah McCord.
Yeah, Liam McCord. Yeah. Anyways, will the UFC ever bring it? It's not the UFC though, Antoine. It's the commissions. But now the truth is, like, they are training new guys. There were some new guys that did they're using newer guys in the Contender Series, judges and refs, which is good. Not newer necessarily, but like they're not Goddard, they're not Herzog, etc. They had that guy Eric McMahon. He does the podcast with John Morgan. He's a decent ref. Zach was in pretty well. I think he's a decent up and coming ref. There's obviously other refs on like LFA and other promotions. Vladimir Matyshenko is a ref now. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
Vladimir Matyshenko is a referee now, dude.
Okay, nice.
So I think that would be good. Chris Lieben's obviously a referee as well. Frank Trigg. I think it's good to have former fighters as refs. Personally, I don't love them in the judging role, but I think as a ref, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. So Katona is another guy. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
Shauna Bannon is with Paddy Houlihan, I think.
Oh, is she? Okay. Yeah. Like, are they dating or?
No, the coach.
Oh, okay.
The coach.
Paddy Houlihan, the hooligan. Yeah, I remember him. Oh, Jazz Securo or whatever, that new ring announcer guy. I was like, who is this guy? It's just because they had Justin Bernard that did Shanghai. They sent the Asian guy to China with the UFC for that. Yeah. Did you watch Road to UFC, by the way? I forgot to ask you.
I honestly only watched the UFC parts.
So the first card started at 6. The second card started at 9. I actually was able to watch the second card. Good fights, really good fights, actually. These guys are, I'll be honest, some of these fights were better than the Contender Series,
Great camera work.
Camera work was terrible. Bruno Brazil won. We picked that by decision. Easy pick. I don't understand why they did that fight. They basically killed off Meng's momentum now.
Yeah. Plus, they put her on a random card and not even on the big UFC.
You're like, oh, she's headlining a card, and then Bruno Brazil's like, it's always been my dream to headline a UFC card. It's like, no, this isn't a UFC card. And that other fight, that guy Terrence Sater, and he looked pretty bad, I thought. But give some credit to Nimjargul Tumendembaro. Such a hard name to say, man. He looked really good. Good for him. He had that amazing anaconda. You saw it. Did they get bonuses? I heard they did get bonuses. Someone said that. The commentators were mentioning it. By the way, I thought Chiesa was actually pretty good, really knowledgeable of the ground game. I thought Alan Juban's really good. I think they got to give these guys a shot on either contender or on a UFC card, you know? But then for this card, it was, who was it? Was it John Gooden? Or Brendan Fitzgerald? Brendan?
Yeah.
And Laura and
Bisping.
Yeah. Your three homies. There you go.
Yeah, I like Brandon.
Yeah, he missed weight too. Terrence Sater, guy from Alpha Mill. That's not good. But anyways, yeah, I think it's a good thing to have some new refs and judges.
5.5, by the way.
Sorry?
5.5. Not.
Yeah,
not
it wasn't a huge miss.
Yeah.
He might get another fight, but yeah, I don't like these fights. If they're UFC fights, they shouldn't be on these cards that aren't UFC cards.
I agree.
And then the weird thing was, they were like, Meng's making her UFC debut, but she fought in a UFC card and she got a bonus. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
And that wasn't her debut. That's not, like last time she fought on the UFC card, but that's not a proper debut, yeah. And now she fights on the road card, and that's the debut.
That makes no sense. That's crazy. Anyways, let's move on. Getting back to the card, Gage Young looked actually really good here against Mashate. Clearly won the fight. Mashate is getting cut, right?
Yeah, man, your favorite fighter.
I liked it when he beat that Canadian guy, Achilles Estrabadura or whatever, from Battlefield Fight League. He beat him. Yeah. And he knocked out Steve Garcia. I'm like, this guy's good. He's been terrible since then. I don't know what happened to him.
And then you were like sucking him off during the Nicholas Mota fight last time in Macau.
That was so good. That was like fight of the year. Nicholas Mota had 2 fights of the year now, guys. He had fight of the year last year with Mashate and fight of the year this year with Naz Sadikov. So Nicholas Mota back-to-back fight of the years. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, that fight with Mota, it's my second place of fight of the year this year. So
what was first? What was first?
The one the week after with what's that, Brandon Royval and
fair enough. Yeah, no, I was just joking, but yeah, that's probably the fight of the year. Although I really like the other fight. Sanko, I like Laura, but I think that these guys got to get a shot too. Give them all a shot, you know.
Yeah, Laura's like, I think she's pretty good with the interviews backstage, but as a commentator, I don't really feel that, to be really honest.
She was all in on Gage Young in this fight. They used to train together, I believe, with James Krause and those guys. So, all right, let's go to the next fight here. Let's go. Energy, the most underappreciated fighter in the UFC, gets another win here over a prospect. Knocks out Lonnie Kavanaugh at the end of the second round. Lonnie looked really good in this fight, guys.
You were sweating in the first one. I know you were.
I was what? Sorry?
Sweating, like, oh my God.
I was like, this is terrible pick. Zach's going to beat me in the pool. This is done. That's why I honestly thought. Because, like, he looked good. Lonnie looked really good in the first round. His striking looked good, and his grappling looked good. Yeah. But once he started grappling more in the second round, he got really tired, and Charles just started pouring on. Charles was so much bigger. He's such a massive flyweight, by the way. He's huge, and he has legitimate power. Dude, that punch was incredible. Like, knocked him out right away. And then the referee was a bit late. It was that Greek guy, Marcel, the Greek Australian guy, Steve Jim Bertios.
Yeah.
You know, I love these Greek Australian guys, like George Soteropoulos and all these guys. But I love Charles Johnson. You guys know, I'm like, when I watch Charles Johnson, it's like Mick when he's watching a heavyweight fight. It just goes like this, Marcel. It just goes up. I get so excited, dude. I love it.
Charles is a fun fighter to watch, man.
He's awesome, dude. He's great.
I mean, he did a great knockout, man. And the thing was, like, awesome. You saw the moment Lona Kavanaugh's hands were going down. He was tiring, and Charles doesn't have that problem. The thing was, like, I was fucking laughing because I'm typing after the fight and before the fight, so then I'm not watching it. So I hear him talk to the crowd, and I hear him talking Chinese, like, this motherfucker can talk Chinese. What the fuck, you know? And then afterwards, I see the clip, and it's like he's reading it. I was like, oh, okay, but still good, you know? And the funny thing is, like, Bisping asked this Chinese woman, like, can you translate? And she's like, he's talking Chinese. Yeah, but what did he say? And she was like, oh, now I have to do the reverse thing. It's also like Aljamain Sterling. I think he told her 3 times that he wanted to fight Volkanovski. She was like, who? Who?
Yeah, no, it was hilarious. He's a good character. Dude, it's crazy because he went 2-4 in his first 6 fights. They could have cut him, right? They would have been justified. They would have been. They kept him around. And I remember the fight with Azat Max when they kind of started this streak. It was like, wow, it's a really good performance. And then since then, he's looked great. I mean, I know he lost the Temrov fight, but like that was a close fight. And Temrov tested positive after the fight, Marcel. So huge win. Obviously, he's beaten Josh Van. I think it was disgusting, and I talked about this. I was so angry the last like couple of weeks, or a couple months, I should say, where he was booted out of the rankings for Kai Asakura, who had no business being there, had no UFC wins. They put a guy who has a win over Josh Van out of the rankings. Now he's back at 15th. He might actually go up, which is crazy, even though he didn't beat a ranked guy. He might go up. I think he's basically like the gatekeeper, but to me, he's a very, very good fighter.
I give him to Elliott, man.
I don't mind that fight. I think it's a fun fight, and he might lose. I mean, Tim's really good on the ground. Obviously, we've seen that, but it'd be a fun fight. He called who did he call out though? It was someone else. He didn't call out Tim. Who was the call out again? Oh, you didn't pay attention. You said you're typing. It was
maybe Asakura. I don't know. Earthsec.
No. Oh, he called out Tajir. That was who called out Tajir.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it actually wasn't in the post fight. It was in the UFC does those interviews backstage. They put them on their Twitter. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I think me and Tajir would be a fun fight. I like it. I don't mind it. Do you like that?
Yeah, no problem.
Great fight. Put Abu Dhabi do that fight later this year.
They'll probably do it in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, have to do it.
Who would you pick? You pick Tajir, right? If they did that fight,
I'd probably pick Tajir. Yeah.
But you think Charles would be a live dog?
Of course, he always is.
Yeah, he's really good, man. You guys know I love him. There's certain fighters. I love Josh Fan too. It's crazy. Him and Fan obviously fought that crazy fight last year, which was like tied up going in the last round and knocked him out. So, but yeah, I think he's just really an underappreciated fighter. I think that's a comment.
Adam was touching his Tatsiki blaster during that fight.
Dude, I was fucking pumped when he knocked him out. I was jumping up and down. I was like, I got a chance in the shootout tournament against Zach because Zach picked Dawkins. We'll talk about him in a second. I love this comment from Blake. It's so funny. Great win for Charles Johnson. Time to get laid on for Almabaya for 3 rounds. They could do that fight. I guess they might do that. I wouldn't be surprised. Seeing Lonnie hit the ground, got me on a chair. Yeah, I know. It's one of those knockouts that kind of woke me up too, Antoine. It was kind of like when Dubin knocked out that Canadian girl. What's her name again? Shannon Clark.
Oh yeah, Young.
Yeah, Clark. I jumped out of my chair. It's just one of those knockouts, right? It was great. I love Charles Johnson. Picks up Kavanaugh, complete square. Dude, he was so tired. You know what's crazy? It's like it's this level of sport. You drop your hands for 1 second, you can be knocked out. You know?
You saw the picture when he got knocked out, that the hair was like this, like he had like the Marab wig on that pocket.
Jesus. Poor guy, man. Yeah, I still think he's a really good prospect, by the way.
I agree, for sure.
Like he to be honest, like Josh Van lost and he's fighting for the belt next. So I think Kavanaugh's, obviously got some stuff to work on with the cardio and everything, but like I think he's going to be a top 15 guy, like probably next year. Or the year after, he'll be top 15. He's a very good prospect. He looked good in this fight, but Charles Johnson's just so good, dude. And this crazy Ariel tweeted about that. He had like no money, so a lot of people are criticizing him, saying like he's bad with his money. I mean, he does have a lot of fights in the UFC, and I don't know how much he's making, but he's won some bonuses too. So I don't know what's going on with his money management skills. I'm not saying I'm great at it either, to be fair, but maybe he needs to hire someone to manage his money for him. Maybe that's the next step, because it's kind of weird, but that, he's completely broke like that when he fights so frequently. But at the same time, because he had 4 fights last year, he'll have 3 this year. But at the same time, I don't know his personal situation. Maybe he takes care of other people. Maybe he has, I think he said he has a new baby. So he's got, I think, a couple kids now. That's expensive too. So don't want to criticize the guy for that. But yeah, it's a lot of people are saying it's the UFC. I mean, listen, partly, the fighter pay should be up, but this guy's winning bonuses and he's still kind of broke. I mean, he's got to fix something, I think, But I will say next year when the bonuses go up, hopefully to 100,000, not 55,000, Marcel, hopefully 100,000. It's going to be great for guys like Johnson. They're always bonus hunters. These guys are going to be making a lot of money. So the Tamra fight, I'm not sure why it was changed to a no contest. It's kind of weird to me because a lot of other fights will get changed. At 34, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, he's also huge. He's 5'9". He looked way bigger than Lonnie. Mm-hmm. So you have to wonder, like, if that weight cut's tough for him, By the way, he's got to cut his hair, though. I don't like the skullet. Do you?
I mean, I'm not going to complain about another man's hair unless it's you, but I mean...
Fair enough. It gives him power. He wouldn't like my haircut either, to be fair.
Bro, so. I don't care, man. I mean, he can, like, have a horrible haircut, like, whoever. I remember Jonathan Goulet, the Canadian.
Yeah, of course.
With the weird-ass colored spots on his hair as well. It looked crazy, but I don't care, dude,
I love Goulet, man. Yeah. I knew him pretty well, actually. I know. Everyone's just saying he'll be back. Donate the funds to the podcast to CJ. We don't make enough money here, man. We don't make enough money here, brother. I wish. Make a little bit, but not much. It's going to pay for my souvlaki later on, my tzatziki. So he'll pay for that. Lazy. Although I guess I don't have to buy the tzatziki. I can just provide it, right, Marcel? So.
Oh God, yeah.
All right, I'm getting disgusting. All
Do,
right, let's
do
go
you
back.
know? Do you know that back in the day, like I think a year or 20, 25 years ago, over here there was like a girl who went to like a snack bar over here, and she ordered like fries with kebab and with garlic sauce, right? And she ate there, and then she got sick, and she went to the hospital, and they drained her stomach or whatever. They pumped her stomach, and then they asked her like, "Did you have intercourse with multiple men?" And she was like, "No, I didn't have intercourse at all." Yeah, because there was like seed from 8 to 9 men. So apparently, in that shop where she bought the fries, they were like jerking off in the garlic sauce, and that shop got closed after that. Yeah.
Man, you freaky deaky Dutch people, dude. You guys are nuts. Anyways, let's get back to the card. Rong Zhu has a good performance here against Austin Hubbard. Pretty much dominated the fight. I don't really understand how two judges had 29-28. To me, this was like an easy 30-27. Same with the Waldo fight. That was a clear 30-27 or so for Sergey. But yeah, good for Rong Zhu. I think Hubbard gets cut. Would you agree?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was talking to a friend with us, like Hubbard. Listen. I don't mind the guy in person or like personal, but he's so annoying to watch fight. You
Mm,
know, it's like he just wants to frustrate the fight. I always feel like
yeah.
So yeah, I don't think he gets another one. Although this was already his second stint in the UFC, right? So
I think he's 4-8 now in the UFC. It's just not good. And I got to give credit to his coach because the coach gave it wasn't like technical advice. It was just like motive. He's like, dude, you have to win this fight.
yeah.
You have to win now, or like it's it. You know, these guys, the coaches knew it's like you're gonna lose, you're gonna get cut. Just didn't have what it took. But at the same time, I mean, not a good matchup for him. Rong Zhu's really improved.
And Bisping kept calling him wrong Jew, right? Like I said in the last podcast.
I'm curious to see who they give Rong Zhu next, though, because I think he's looked really good in his second stint in the UFC, man. Like, he's looked great. So, probably another unranked guy, obviously. But, you know, maybe actually he might fight Gage Young. I guess they could do that. They both fought on the card. It makes sense. They might do that. Upset of the night, Kyle Dawkins comes back to the UFC, just brutally knocks out Michelle Pereira in the first round, 43 seconds. I was shocked, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I know Zach, you called it. I'll give you credit for this one, my brother, but I was shocked, man. I just thought, listen, I know Kyle's looked great in CFFC. He's really looked good, but like this is a big step up. Pereira's a guy that has been ranked for a long time. He had a huge win streak for the last couple of fights. I thought Pereira would. I thought the fight would go opposite. I thought Pereira would knock out Kyle in the first round, and it turns out Kyle is really sharpened up the hands. He's leveled up, man. Good for him.
Bro,
it's a bonus.
I was thinking if Michel Pereira cannot finish him in the first round, maybe Kyle can do in the later round some shit, But he did it early on. Good for Kyle, man. I'm happy for the guy. So, and also like his brother Chris was super happy in his corner. So
yeah, I saw that. It's too bad. I mean, a few years ago, I was pretty high on both brothers, honestly, especially Chris. Like he had, some really good knockout wins, but
yeah,
flamed out. He had tough competition at the end of his career, and then Kyle obviously flamed out too. But these guys are, they're true fighters, man. So give this guy credit. It was an amazing, amazing win, and nothing but respect for Kyle Dawkins. Go and grind and come back to the UFC and get the win. Another crazy knockout here. Yijia knocks out Weston Wilson. I mean, we all expected this. Let's be honest. He was like minus 1,200. It made sense. Weston Wilson, again, nothing against the guy. Nice guy, but he's that 1-3 now. He's getting cut. I do think he should have got a bonus for that last submission win over your Indonesian friend, Jekka Saraki. I thought he should have got a bonus for that. I was surprised he didn't because it was a huge upset. But yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, when he walked out to the Willy Wonka theme song, I was like, this isn't going to go well for this guy. You're walking out to the Willy Wonka. You know the movie Willy Wonka? You've seen it?
Yeah.
He walked out to that song from that movie. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, he gets knocked out. Poor Weston Wilson. Yeah, for sure. Fuck, man. It was brutal. Good for you, Jaw. Huge one.
Did you saw the X-rated version of the Willy Wonka?
No.
It's Willy Wanker.
Oh, God. Anyways, he's going to get cut. So there's nothing else to say here. Good for you, Jaw. I mean, let's be honest. They kind of gave him a free win here, man. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah. Was there a moment where fighters like Weston will find their way? Will there ever be a moment where they find? I mean, I get what you're saying, but like he still has a 17. He had a 17-9 record coming in. He had some big wins on the regional scene, But again, he has a full-time job in like tech. Like he has a job. He's gonna be fine, But yeah, I mean, the guy. Like I was reading this post. He like lived his dream, dude. He made it to the UFC and like fought 4 times and won a fight in the UFC. I mean, not many people do that. So even though the guy obviously has no chin. I mean, the guy still went to the UFC and won a fight. So, Su Young Yu against Zhao Long, very, very close fight. Marcel, this was close. I kind of thought Zhao Long won, but I was happy because we both picked you for the picks. But I thought Long. I think this guy should be 3-0. He's 1-2 now in the UFC. What do you think?
He's 1-1. That first one was a road fight.
Oh, so whatever. Okay, fair enough.
But I agree. Actually, I think he got screwed in the road finale, and I think he got screwed again. Yeah. I think he should have won, but the thing is, like, it was a close round. The second one, I think. So
yeah, it was close.
I mean,
you can't complain about it, but like I was a little surprised it was a unanimous decision, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but you're always picking against me, so you.
Weston Wilson's and Preston Parsons started law firm. Fair enough. Yeah, that'd be funny. Is being a computer engineer the worst baser in me? That's hilarious. Yeah, maybe. And then first fight of the night. I gotta hear your thoughts on this fight. Yurin Sati Baldiev submits Yuri Nurgaje with an Ezekiel choke in 2 minutes 45 seconds. Man, this guy is terrible. I mean, really, Marcel. He has a not a good fight, I think, and then gets a crazy head kick against that Polish guy in Contender. And then he misses weight and gets knocked out, or he gets submitted, dropped, and then submitted by Brett Zuber. In this fight, dropped again, and then nearly submitted with another Kimura, and then gets Ezekiel choke, which is actually worse. To me, this guy is like, I would cut him first before anyone else on the card.
Yeah, man. I mean, I always have to make sure I don't say salty balls, but Sati Baldiev look good, man. I mean, this fight was like, and a lot of people were on the fence. A lot of people were picking Nurgaje. I saw online as well, and I was like,
a lot of people. Oh, he closes the favorite. The line flipped.
Yeah. I was surprised by that. And people were like, yeah, but Sati Baldiev isn't great. I was like, yeah, but Nurgaje also hasn't shown me that he is like amazing. Even in the Contender Series fight, he landed one big kick, but before that big kick, it wasn't great. Yeah, good win for Sati Baldiev, man.
No. Definitely a nice win. He gets a bonus too. I actually think if they only have to give a 4, I think they got it right. To be honest with you, I actually think they got the 4 right. No press conference. So as soon as the card ended, I'm like, there was.
The Asian guy, I think somebody did the presser. I don't know what's his name again.
Really? They took it off their they took it off the UFC page.
I saw it on Fight. I checked it on Fight Pass. So.
Oh, okay. I'll try to wait. Do you speak English or no?
Yeah, perfect English.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to watch that. But yeah, Dana was there and didn't talk, and Dave Shaw was there and didn't talk. So I was gonna say, like, as soon as the car ended, I went to bed. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not watching this." So I'll try to watch it again. Kevin Chang, that's his name. Is that his name, Kevin Chang? That's what
Tristan says so. Probably. I don't know.
Maybe it is. I think I know the guy you're talking.
I think they called him Kevin. Yeah,
he's the guy that used to do the stare downs, right? When they do these cards, is that the guy?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see.
I'll try to watch it. I didn't know.
I think
they took it off the UFC's YouTube page. They had the link and then they took it off. But anyways, overall, give me your out of 10.
Let's say the prelims were an 8, and the main card was a 3, so we get 5.56.
6 for me. 6. Because the prelims were really good, but the main card was shit. So, it wasn't complete. There was really, let's be honest, there was one good fight. The other fights weren't good. So, yeah, really good prelims and a bad main event, bad main card. Main event was good, but the co-main event was terrible. And, yeah. By the way, did you see Nolan King's tweet? Did you laugh at that one? Nolan's like, he's like, you saw that one?
Oh, that he fucked up the scoring.
No. Nolan said, he's like, yeah, that's the last time I say this fight should be a 5-round co-main event.
Yeah. He also had a tweet where he had like 2018 Cortez Acosta. So I DM'd him. I was like, dude, you really need some sleep. He's like, yeah, I switched the name. It should have been Popovich, dude.
Obviously. Like, I mean, he clearly won 3-0. Like, yeah. I thought the judges didn't think so. Anyway, some funny comments though, guys. Yeah, I think the Sati Baldiev guy is okay. I mean, he's not terrible, but I don't think Nurgaje is good. People aren't judging him as, I can't read this. He's talking about, yeah, no, fair enough. I agree with that. Treat it as like this. You woke up and fought through the fatigue. We got blessed with great. Yeah, I agree with that. We know both of you guys on prop quiz. Yeah, I saw like I don't know who does that. Did you see that? Some guy's got some channel where he's putting like YouTube like journalists against each other on YouTube like quiz thing. Did you see this?
No, I haven't seen.
There was like Luke Thomas against Brian Campbell, and then I saw they did Jed Michoud against Mike Heck. I didn't watch it, but I saw it pop up my YouTube recommended. So if they reach out, I'll do it with Marcel for sure. I definitely think I would beat. And I think this is what you guys are talking about, right? Unless it's something else, but I would love to go against you head to head in a quiz show. I think it'd be fun. So okay, yeah, that's the guy. I think it might be it's the same guy. I think yeah, fair enough. We'll do fight announcements, yeah, but we're gonna go through contender really quick as well. Yeah, that's the guy. Main card minute. Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, I'll do it with Marcel. I'll do it with him.
Okay.
It'd be fun. Anyways, let's go to contender series, guys. Talk about the cards. So we'll talk about last week's card, and then we'll preview this week's card, Marcel, if that's okay. Really quickly, I guess that sounds
Yeah,
good to me.
yeah.
All right, let's go to this card. Okay, so Dana handed out a bunch of contracts on this card, which made sense because it was actually a lot better than the first week, and I think they were just desperate to prove that the first week was kind of an off week. Start the first fight here. Ramiro Jimenez defeats Tommy Kuozi, gets a knockout. Yeah, I mean Ramiro destroyed this kid. He had a good chin, but got destroyed. Josh Hockett beats Guillermo Uriel, and then has a crazy post fight speech. They need heavyweights. He gets the deal. Luis Lee Scott, he missed weight, but he had a really good performance here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's his name. Kashik Sakumar, I think, right? It's a tough name to pronounce. But yeah, he looked really good. Dana signed him. He missed weight. He better make weight in his debut. I'll just say that. Cam Ralston, he gets the upset win. We looked really good against Brandon Holmes. Dana already announced he's fighting at Perth. I don't know who he's going to fight, but good for him. And then Jose Delano had, I think, an incredible performance. He landed 146 significant strikes. Manuel Exposito, very tough. Dana said, I think they're giving him a fight later, like a short notice fight. They're going to keep him on the call-up list. So they always need people on short notice. So, yeah, I think overall much better than the first week. I'll get your thoughts on the fights really quick.
I mean, they were at least better than last week. That's a fact. I think the guy in the main event was the best, in my opinion, the Brazilian dude, Delano. The Mexican guy got fought against somebody who was, like, in my opinion, pretty inexperienced, but he had a good win, so I think a good contract as well. Hokit, I wasn't really impressed, but the UFC needs heavyweight, so whatever. I understand that they signed him.
Yeah.
Then we got the Lewis Scott Lee guy. I think he looked pretty decent. I think he got lucky. He got the contract because Dana hates weight missers, but I think he has potential.
Yep.
And then what was the last guy? Which I missed?
Delano or Ralston? You missed those?
No, Ralston. Yeah, Ralston. I mean, it was a good win. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they sign every CKB fighter. So
yeah, they would sign him. Brian Battle. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, we both said he'd probably get cut, right? I think we both called that. I'm not surprised. You're not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised. The thing is, like, I mean, listen, you can miss weight, and people try to compare it with Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira he missed weight, I think, once at 155, and that was for the title fight, and it was 155.5. But besides that, he didn't miss weight when he moved up, and then he missed weight immediately again, He missed a lot. I think he missed weight he missed weight by 10 pounds against Lamas, I think, Ricardo Lamas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
But people are, like, comparing stuff that cannot really be compared, in my opinion. But it sucks for Battle, Maybe he can work his way back, but we'll see.
Yeah, fair enough. And then some people are talking about Hockett in here. I mean, like, I think he's a character, but we'll see how good he is. I mean, they need heavyweight prospects. That's all I'm going to say about the guy. Yeah, Battleside with Dirty Boxing. He's fighting, I think, next week, isn't he? I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the new contender, this week's contender.
Sure.
Let's go through it really quick. Get your quick thoughts, really quick breakdowns here, guys, because we're past it. We're past the hour. Let's go through these fights really quick, Marcel. I'll get your thoughts. Starting from the bottom, Dante Johnson against Darren Abbey. The heavyweights go at it. What do you think?
Yeah, this fight has been, like, added late, right? And because of Brandon Perisic and Alicia Allison went to the Perth card. The Darren Abbey guy.
Sorry. Johnson minus 325, Abbey plus 250. I should have said that. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably picking Johnson in this one. The thing is, like, both are pretty, like, they're pretty new. I mean, definitely Johnson is kind of new, but he's a pretty decent record. But what can I say, man? I mean, it's difficult. I mean, I know the Abbey guy won against Alex Nicholson last time.
Yeah.
Former UFC fighter, right?
Yeah.
I'm picking Johnson, but
I think was with Hannah Goldie for a while too. That Alex Nicholson guy.
Yeah, they have a kid.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were together. So I already talked to a few people about this. I thought it was the guy, wasn't it? Yeah, that's who it was. I'm not good at it. Marcel's better at the Mick Maynard voice, but so this fight, it's interesting. So like my initial thought was like, okay, this Johnson guy probably just wins. But then like I looked into Abby a bit, and it's like, so first off, but they both fought expectation, so I'm a little familiar with them. But then I looked into Abby, and it's like, dude, he's fought some really good guys, and he's fought like kickboxing as well. So here's the thing: this is by everyone. All due respect, Antoine, but this is what everyone's going to say. They're going to be like, this guy sucks. He's 7-4, right? And I'm not saying you saying that, but dude, you got to look a little closer. He's fought in really good fighters. Like his last loss was Tim Johnson, been in the UFC, was pretty good. You know, he's got nice little win streak here, kickboxing experience. But here's the real thing: he trains at Kill Cliff FC now. So since he's went there, he's gotten better as a fighter. That's why I think he's going to upset this guy. So I mean, I know this is going to be a a pick that people are thinking I'm crazy on, but like it's a heavyweight fight, so he might get knocked out in the first round. Most people think so, but Johnson's fought bums, dude. Like the guys fought and they're terrible. So I actually think Abby has fought in better competition, and I know his record stinks, but I think this guy could win. So I'm going to go with an upset here, Marcel. I'll take a heavyweight. I'm going with the heavyweights. Let's go.
I was laughing so hard last week with the Hoket fight right before that fight started. First, we're switching to Mick Maynard, who has to say something about fight. So this fight is a heavyweight. Looking forward to it. And we were literally just talking about Mick Maynard in the Discord before the fight started.
Mick loves his fucking heavyweights. No, it's Antoine. I had the same reaction. I'm like, okay, this Johnson guy should win. But then I looked into the other guy's record, and I'm looking at his camp, and he's made improvements. But again, it's going to be this is. I think most people will pick Johnson. I get it. He's a big favorite, right? But I think this is a spot for an upset personally. So we'll see what happens. I might be crazy, but in the shootout pool, I'm definitely taking this guy. I'm going to take a shot on him. So Manuel Souza minus 235, Christian Perez plus 185. This one's interesting too. I mean, Manuel obviously fought in Bellator, PFL. He has a lot more experience, but the Christian Perez guy, man, he's got a nice run here going too, Marcel. So what do you think about this one? I'll get your thoughts.
I'm picking Manuel. I always like Manuel, so I'm picking him. I think he's very talented. His only loss is against Archie Colgan, who was also still undefeated.
He's really good, for sure. Trains with Gaethje and those guys, for sure.
Yeah, for me, Manuel, man. I don't say Christian Perez cannot win, but I'm picking Manuel.
I think he's decent, man. I think Perez is decent. But yeah, I probably pick Manuel Souza as well. But like, I'm just saying, like, this is another one that's interesting. It's a good fight. The line's pretty close, anyways. Yeah, I know he did. Yeah, that's a decent win for sure. Manuel should have been on Daniel Gates contenders. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Okay, this is a tough name. Bear with me. Abdul Rahman Yakeyev minus 900. Alik Lawrence plus 600. Actually, Darian Abbey beat Alik Lawrence by finish. So which is interesting.
Only loss.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Turkey. Is that where he's from? The Turkey guy.
Yeah, he represents Turkey. Yeah.
He's going to win.
Chechnya.
He's minus 900. He's going to win, right?
Yeah, I'm also picking Yakeyev. Yeah, definitely. He's an Irish champion as well. He's a good fighter. Yeah.
Another decent fight here, Marcio Barboza against Damon Wilson. And Barboza's only loss is to Gabriel Santos, I believe, right? That's the only loss, I think. Who's really good.
And Luis Felipe.
Yeah, okay, so he has two. Damon Wilson came for Cage Warriors, but not like the English Cage Warriors. He was fighting on those San Diego cards. They always have a card in San Diego.
Yeah.
I think he's okay, but I'm pretty sure that the Barboza guy wins.
Yeah, me too. His best win is likely Ryan Lilly, I think, and Marcio Barboza. He's pretty decent. I mean, and he has knockout power. I'm picking him, and I think he wins by finish.
Yeah, and then Ryan Gandra is taking on Trent Miller. He took this fight in short notice. Another expectation guy fought in Baroka. Gandra, again, he also lost to Gabriel Santos, right? Which actually, same with Jose Delano. All these guys fought Gabriel Santos in LFA in over in the regional scene, and not a bad loss to have. Oh, there's Marcel. He fell off. He's back. Yeah, Marcel, I'm taking Gandra.
Yeah, me too. I'm also picking Gandra. Yeah, not much to add.
Antoine, I love this comment. I've never heard of Tajikistan before Nurul Aliyev. You got to look at a map, my brother. Look at it. You know what you need to get into? I'm a huge geography nerd, so I know a lot about the country. Really, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
When they do the quiz, we should just do geography and do flags and like.
Bro, I'm kind of a Sporkle nerd sometimes. I love you see. Also what Sporkle is, so that's enough.
Of course I do. Lazy, but this is actually interesting. So Al Zolino does he's been basically tracking the wins and losses for all the champions for Cage Warriors. I don't think Damon was a champ there, by the way. I don't believe, but I don't think it's necessary. Not saying that I think he does track the guys that fought in the what's it called, the San Diego cards, but I don't think they're fighting for belts there. So I don't really know. I mean, because the truth is, like, the guys that are fighting in England coming to the UFC are doing really well. I mean, it's the best promotion right now, right? I think Cage Warriors.
I mean, we got to put some context to it.
Connor,
the
right?
UFC sometimes give them an easy pad as well.
Okay, I think you're saying, but I was going to say, like, Connor has a really good record. You have a few other guys that
Paddy is undefeated still in the UFC,
Yep.
but there are also like guys who like no disrespect, but Jai Herbert. Who else that we had from Cage Warriors?
Topuria as well. Topuria was he champ?
Yeah, no, he missed weight. That's why he wasn't
right.
champ.
That was a bantamweight though, wasn't it? Bantamweight.
Yeah. And Hardwick, who wasn't able to beat Abdul Karim Al Sawadi on the Dana White Contender Series.
That was kind of a. I don't want to say fraud trick, but kind of. I don't think Abdul Karim's very good. So, anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to the card. Reese McKee's another guy, the Skeletor. He looked good in his last fight though. But
Mason Jones.
Overall, I mean, they actually have a really good record. But yeah, I mean, it's case by case. All right, we're good for this. Let's go, Marcel. Let's do fight announcements. We'll start up another podcast here, guys. So again, just a bonus podcast. We'll go through fight announcements for like 15 minutes. I still want to eat something. It's really late here. I know it's late for you, but we'll do that. Oh yeah, Modesta Piskowski's another guy for sure. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about the podcast. We appreciate doing this with you guys. We'll be back next week. We'll still do the podcast next week. We'll do preview for UFC Paris, and then the second podcast we'll figure out something to do. Maybe we'll do more fight announcements. I don't know, but we'll see. As far as PFL goes, Tristan, I did watch it. The Fabian Edwards knockout was incredible. It was just like Leon's, which is crazy. The heavyweight fight was terrible, and then what was the other belt? Tony Carlos Jr. looked great. He looked great. Good for him. He's made a lot of money in PFL since UFC cut the guy, man. He's made a lot of money there, so good for him. I thought he looked incredible. That up kick, I don't know if you saw it, Marcel. That up kick was fucking incredible. Yeah, good for him. And there were some, okay fights on the prelims too. But anyways, sorry, Tristan. There's just a lot to talk about. But all right, Impa, that was crazy. Andrew Sanchez was up 2018 and lost again in the third round. It's crazy how many times this guy's lost in the third round. All right, let me just close it, guys. We'll do some fight announcements in a few minutes. Let me